Alright guys, so I'm in my wonderful garage here, and I got my other half seat. I had to move that out of my way. Gotta pick that up later. So her airbag deployed because she's a fucking moron and decided to cut someone off. And now I have the seat. I'm taking it apart because I want this to be removed. And I'm sure I take the seat apart. I've got this far so far, but I figured let me take a break and make a video of it. Here's the back panel. This guy has 3 clips that just go up under there. This was kind of a pain right here. This little guy right here. It sits so tight against this part right here that when it snaps in, let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it. See as it goes down. It snaps into place. So you sort of either pull hard enough. It is kind of chilly out today. It didn't break, but it did sort of stress the plastic a little bit. You see how I tried gnawing at it to try to get it with a pry tool, one of these guys. It was so tight, these didn't really fit. So I was like, you know what, the hell with it. I just pulled it, and it popped right up. But before all that, you got 2 screws right here, 1 and 2. And that is under this panel that just goes up under here. So I'm going to try to disassemble this whole thing. I've gotten this far. I'm going to put it on pause and flip the seat. But these guys have to come off to get the leather out of your way. And I use my little handy dandy hook tool. I love this thing. This thing's awesome. You got to get yourself one of these. It's called a awl, I think. AWL. It's awesome because this will clip on like this, right? And then you don't have to get your hands, you don't have to hurt your hands, just sort of go up under, doop, all the way around. All the way around. And then I had to get these guys out of the way. So we're getting there. These little push pins. There's another one on this side. Probably went flying. Somewhere over here. Oh, there it is. So keep them there. I'm going to put it on pause. I'm going to get the seat up. Hopefully I can get this cushion out. But this is also good for... Oh, before I do that, you got these guys. These guys are what hold in... Actually, you know what? I'm going to flip the seat over. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so before pulling the leather off, you got to get these guys out. These are what hold in the headrest. It's pretty simple because you press in, headrest pops straight up, and then first you got to get these guys out before pulling the leather out. So we have a rectangular lock right there. That's the passenger side, and this is the driver's side, if you can get that. Okay, so what that does is these lock into place, and while using this guy, you push these tabs in while they're attached in, and then you pull them, and you pull outward. Got it? Got it. On to the next thing. Alright, so while I was struggling getting the back of the seat up, I figured I'd take some time and give you a little rundown. These power seats, airbag, you know, heated part, all have to come out. You can, you want to be, you could probably cut it. I didn't want to. I'm actually trying to salvage the seat. The bottom is not the same and on the other seat that I replaced it with. So I'm actually trying to keep this guy intact and or all the plugs, but it's not that hard. These little grommets sort of bite on each other. If you look, let me go on this side. You see how they sort of bite on each other? Again, this handy dandy tool gets in between both of them and releases them. A little tricky, but it's not too bad. All they do is just little teeth on them. And they're plastic and they're reusable. So these guys are kind of a pain. I hate them. Do either hit or miss. You see how they have the tabs, and you have to, this you can't even get to, so you sort of just have to hope and pray that this little pry tool, you get up under it, and see these lock into place. Hopefully you get up under it on the sides, and hopefully it's salvageable. Most of the time they are salvageable. Sometimes they get gnawed up like this guy. This guy gave me crap, so I left him in there. I said, fuck him. I just slid it off. This thing slid off. it slides onto the actual, it slides downward and locks into place. So I get them out of the way. I'm gonna snake them through the seat. So like this, you see, snake them through, so I can hopefully keep them intact. So I'm getting there. Be back. All right, so I know you're gonna run into this. This little pain in the ass has a clip. It looks like a horseshoe or some weird, I don't know. But anyway, I grabbed a hold of it with this, thinking that this little loop was the actual release, and it wasn't, but it is still attached to it. And what I did was I actually widened it, so I stretched it out. So now I just used a pair of pliers like this, bent it back, no big deal. But I don't know which way it was, whether the release is on this side or the handle side. I would think this side, because you really can't get to it from the handle side, because what are you going to get in there? And the handle's going to be in your way. It was sitting this way. I think this is a lumbar little adjuster. It's very similar to any window roll down, which most people don't even know what that is. Everyone has power windows nowadays, but that's how you release them. You went here and you pulled it out, and this, all it does is lock onto a little notch. There's a little notch in that. You see, if you can make that out. There's a little straight notch, and that locks it into place. So, a little pain in the ass, but now you know how to take that off. And any old window roll down, which you're probably never going to come across. But we'll be back. We're getting there. We'll be back. Alright, so I'm doing all the hard work, so you guys don't have to. But this is a pain in the ass. So after all this, the skeleton's starting to show. The leather doesn't come off from the actual cushion. It can. You could. I don't know what you plan on doing if you want to do this cushion vibrating thing, which I've done once before up here. You could find it there. This is a pain in the ass, and I wouldn't suggest doing it by yourself. So the airbag was deployed, and this seat is technically garbage, right? So I'm learning on this one because I have the other one, which is in the car now. So these guys actually look harder than they really are. There is some slack here that releases this tension, so it's almost like it's grabbing, right? So it's kind of a pain in the ass. I'm trying to do it with one hand, but you got some slack. You see the bottom sort of popped off, and they sort of like intertwine around each other. So this will assume the airbag was not deployed. Kind of a pain to get around. I took the one bolt off here, or was it? I think it was here. I took the airbag out. I didn't have to. I thought I had to. There was two 10 mils, one there and one on the bottom, which is kind of a pain in the ass to get to. It's right in there. Now, technically, I didn't have to take this out, but I actually want to replace this whole top section, switch the two, because the bottom, this one is a smooth. The other one we have is leather, but it's more of a, I don't know, it's not as easy getting out. It's not as smooth. So when you try to get your big ass out of the seat, you're sort of dragging it. So with that being said, the other one is here. And there is sort of some play. And you see how it's sort of going around. I'm pushing on the back side of it. So it sort of releases off the actual skeleton. And then there you go. That's a pain in the ass. So, technically, you can do what I did before. You know, you got to get the leather off the cushion. It's not my intent with this video. This is more of a disassembly. This is definitely the harder of the install. The bottom, you see this was the 10 mil. It sat up here. There was a 10 mil holding it in. I don't even know if I had to take it out. It looks like I had to. Looks like it releases the tension. You see, there's a bar that goes right across. that sort of holds the two together. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's kind of idiotic, assembly, but I guess when you actually have the airbag not deployed, it might be easier. But we'll find out with the next install. That's not going to be fun. So you didn't have to take this out. I didn't have to take this out. So technically the airbag is, deployed. Another one wouldn't be. So it'd probably be easier because I'm fighting 3 different materials and angles, and so technically this thing would be buttoned up like this. So I'll continue to do the bottom. I don't have to. I'm going to show you how to do it, and then we'll finish up with this video, and I will be right back. Alright, so to finish the series, should probably put it somewhere that's not going to get it dirty, but it's alright. Clean it later. Screw here pops off this panel right in the front. That comes out, and it sort of wiggles its way out this way, away from this side. Another screw here. Let's put this guy back. So I have to go up and over because it snaps into place right there. Unplug this. Okay. That's just to the controls. There's a snap pin right there. So you sort of just pull on it. I'm not going to take it off because I don't need to. I want this intact. But you have to get to these guys. This one. Another one over there. Unscrew this guy. Unscrew this guy. We'll get you here. Here. And there might actually be another one underneath here, which wouldn't surprise me because it is in the middle. And then this side is pretty straightforward. This one didn't have a cover because the center console sits here. So I guess I figured, hey, let's save some money. You're not really going to see it. So, and then that's the whole cushion part. And the whole cushion itself will just pop off the skeleton. So, that's pretty much it. I don't see anything else that you guys would need as far as, if you guys want to disassemble all the motors and stuff. That's after you take everything off. But, like it, don't like it, share, don't share, subscribe, don't subscribe. Thanks for watching.